For someone that talks a lot about watches, I thought the time is only right to actually try and build one for myself. I always thought it took a master craftsman to put something so complicated together, but it turns out things have been made much easier. This will be a simple build because I'm probably going to mess this up. If I can even make a working watch, I think that will be an achievement in itself. I've chosen a company called DIY Watch Club because they offer complete kits and tutorials for people who want to build their own watches at home. Okay, let's get started. So here is the box from DIY Watch Club. And here inside we have everything we need to make our watch. So we've got the movement here, the dial there. Looks like we've got multiple bezels in there. A rubber strap, a NATO strap and a leather strap. That's really nice. So I've gone for the 40mm diver series here. I am a big fan of dive watches, so it only felt right. And we've got more tools. Looks like everything there that I need to actually assemble this watch and put it all together. So now I've got my finger gloves on now. Okay, so now I need to take this movement here and I need to take out this stem here. And there is a little lever that I need to push down. It's hard to see on camera, but it is right here. Little lever here. There we go. Okay, that was not easy, but there is our stem that has come out. This crown here needs to go into this movement, I believe. So I'm just gonna rotate and push in until I hear a click. Okay, heard a click, and I think that's in. Okay, time to install the dial. Everything is so small. This is so much more fiddly than I ever anticipated. But there it is. There's the dial. And these pins help position the dial into the movement. So let's try and put this dial onto the movement. Did that go in? Okay, so I think I've installed the dial correctly there. It seems nice and flat all the way around. DIY Watch Club do give you 2 of everything, and I believe that is because this is the trickiest part of the installation, is the hands. Okay, here we go. So this is the most nerve-wracking part of all. This is just on another level of intricacy. And I think that's on there. So I think that's on there. I'm not sure if this hour hand should be moving faster, but it is moving. So let's just assume I've done it correct. I mean, I really don't know, guys. This is the hardest thing about doing this, I think, is that not knowing if you've done it right or not. You know, it's easy to follow instructions and watch some videos, but to actually truly know whether I've done this right is impossible because there's nobody here with me. Okay, now it's time to do the same for the minute hand. Oops, don't want to be doing that. Quick wrist check, actually. I'm wearing the Citizen Super Titanium and it still looks, you know, so good to this day. Anyway, let's get this hour hand on. So tricky, this. Don't know if you can see, that is just about on. So now I need to secure that. That's actually installed, but as you can see, my minute hand is touching my hour hand. Okay, so I think I've managed to get away with that one. That was a little bit scary for a second, but it looks to be okay. So this is the supposedly the hardest part of the build, putting the seconds hand on, and DIY Watch Club have thankfully included this tool here, which is supposed to help you put this hand on. So I'm just checking now to make sure that the three hands don't touch each other throughout the whole cycle. And that is looking like I haven't messed up, which is always a bonus. It's funny because I genuinely thought that this was going to be too hard, but this kit really makes it easy. You know, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I know this is my first watch, but I really wouldn't want to find any dust on this after I've put it together. Okay, so this is the next part. So I'm going to clean this watch case. So that's looking good. So I'm just going to put in the stem now, very gently. And that's about as tight as I can get it, I think. Handy little tool here to tighten the case. So here we have a fully fitted movement now. So when it comes to installing the bezel, it's fairly straightforward, and I've got some really nice options here. Green, like a dark green, like a burgundy, red, and then the classic black. I think I'm going to go for the red, you know. I think that's just popping. So this has some tape on the back there, so I need to peel that off and then make sure I line this properly so that this doesn't look wonky when I put it on. And there we have it. I mean, already that's looking really, really nice. All we need to do now is fit a strap. And what do we think, guys? We've got a choice here of 3 straps. It's a tough one, it's a tough one. What do we think? I mean, these are both really nice, but I'm just still drawn by this black. And I think I'll save this for the green bezel that I've got here. So let's go for the black strap. There's actually a handy little lever here, which helps me get this strap on much easier. And there we are. A fully functional watch built entirely by me, somehow. This is actually a really lovely gift idea now I think of it. For anyone really, you know, they don't have to be into horology. You have to be patient. I think if you don't have the patience to put this together, I mean, it's challenging, but if you don't have the patience for it and you wanted to get this as a gift for somebody, maybe just buy them a watch instead. This is aesthetically a really nice watch, you know, that you get your different options as well with the dials and the bezels and the straps. It's broken down for you very easily. And, you know, if I can do it, I think anyone can do it. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you've managed to get around to building a watch yourself at all, and I will see you next time.